Konnichiwa, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Oh, I'm exhausted, Chen. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Take longer to sleep? No, I can't. I gotta work on my. I gotta work on waking up earlier. Well, not earlier, but like consistently. Chat, guess what? I went in and bought something. I bought one of those power monitors because I was wondering how much power I use every single day for my PC. Because I was trying to think about like estimating the amount of electricity that I use, like how many kilowatt hours, like per month or so on an estimate. I was expecting to pay quite a lot for like these power monitor meter things, but it turns out they're really cheap now. Back in my day, I think the only like product was called Kilowatt, like Kill, K-I-L-L-A, Watt, W-A-T-T. Scarlet Reservoir, thank you so much for the Zupa. Thank you. Morning Voice Teskadu. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sipping on some coffee right now, trying to get back into it. But I remember like the product being pretty expensive back then. Yeah, early tech was janky as heck for power rating, but I've been looking at it and I'm like looking at the more modern products, and there's like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connection now. Like everything is, oh my god, I don't want to rant. I don't want to rant today, but everything is Internet of Things still, and I hate it. But yeah, I got it. So it showed up this morning, and I plugged it in. I haven't been using anything really big. Like I haven't been playing games or like streaming. So I'm gonna find out now, chat. Starting now. Yeah. Because I was looking at electricity prices, and everyone, like all the stuff that I see online is like, oh, my utility in Japan is only like $70 for the whole month. And I'm like, sheesh, like $70 for the whole month? Like, and they use their AC on all the time? It's like, damn, okay, that's pretty good. But I'm like, wait a minute, these are normies. So I can't base my like consumption usage off of normies, so it's like, damn. Yeah, damn, 70, right? For the whole month on their own using AC like 24/7. Okay, but like they probably work on their laptops or something, you know, like they have a microwave, a fridge, a washing machine, and then a laptop. They don't even have a TV or anything, right? So yeah, do you plan on bringing it to Japan? Maybe. Well, no, actually, now that I think about it, the prongs for the plugs in Illis America have the third center circle plug, the grounding rod. Grounding plugs do not exist in Japan, so I'm gonna have to snip that off. Which I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that. I'll probably just leave it. My plan is to use the ones I have, like the ones I just got now until like October, figure out what my estimated monthly usage is, including my AC. So yeah, the grounding pin, that one. Low-key a cultural shock. Sorry. They don't have it? No, they only have the positive and negative connectors. They don't have the ground pin. Fudankan, thank you for the 27 months. Marking 2 years and 3 months. Proud to be able to find you right after membership streams. Or also, you jump scare some coys on X. It's funny to see their reactions. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you for reopening the membership. And Renrolo, thank you for the 19 months. Gorilla time as I walk into the office. Let's go. Good luck with work. Good luck with work. Okwedi, thanks for reopening the memberships. Nice helicopter sound. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. It's just loud. I need to stretch, chat. My back's still kind of... Finally caught you live. Would you be open to playing Blueprints? I feel you would love that game. Would I? Do you guys think I would love that game? Do you guys think it's a game that's meant for me? Platsu, thank you for the 10 months. Okwedi. Hearing you say snip the ground pin off as an engineer made me almost drop my phone. That's crazy. I know, but Japan doesn't have the ground pin slot thingy. I have to snip it. I had to snip it off for my laptop power brick because it didn't have it. So like I had to snip them all off. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Leo Stone, thank you for the 27 months. I need to thank you for putting your VODs in playlists. As a chronic VOD watcher, you're my savior. I owe you my life. Yeah, there's a little setting at the bottom of the live stream creation panel where you can set them to like automatically fit into playlists. So I'm trying to do that. Yeah. Speaking of chat, we're playing Blueprints later today. It's already on my schedule. And we're gonna be playing it later today at 6 p.m. So yeah, if you guys are looking forward to that, it's already on there. I don't know what to expect. I try to avoid spoilers, so I haven't been like looking at anyone's streams about that. You can get the singular cable exchange at any computer store probably. Maybe, but I mean, like, do I really need it? Do I really need it, you know? Yeah, I do, but like, you know, I don't know. The idea right now is I have these power meters to see how much energy I use. Right now, with just OBS, I am currently at 535 watts. Currently, I've used 0.655 kilowatt hours after having my PC on for about 2 hours. So yeah, I don't know. It's the thing is like it's gonna jump up and down depending on when I play games or when I stream or all that. So just want to get an average so I can figure out what my estimated price is gonna be. I hear it's like it's like 33 cents per kilowatt hour. After the exchange rate, the 33 cents illicit American dollars per kilowatt hour. So I don't know. We'll find out. It's gonna be interesting. I hope it's not gonna be too much. You think I've ever played Detention? We don't have perms for that, sadly. My partner actually stopped playing Blueprints for a bit because she wants to see how you play it. Ooh, guess we'll find out today. Going elsewhere with the different power system, buy a proper power cable for that place. When you leave, donate it to some place that helps the needy. Yeah. I'm like, right now I'm a little bit concerned about how I'm gonna bring my PC over because shipping is gonna cost a lot. I'm thinking of just like taking out the guts, wrapping up the guts with my clothing, and then padding it out into my suitcase, and then just bringing my entire setup piece by piece, you know? Smuggle it on board. Yeah, then I'm just gonna like check it. I want to check like 3 bags, three suitcases, and just split up my GPU, my CPU, my fan, my motherboard, all that into various things. I've seen the game recommendations. Maybe remember, do you know the game Order 13 indie horror game? No, I'm not familiar with it. Order 13 indie horror game? Oh, is this the one where the cat dies if you don't pet it enough? I've seen some people play this before. Maybe. I don't know if we don't have perms for it. I'll have to put the perms in for it, but yeah, thank you for the recommendation. Would the static from your clothes damage it? Nah, I shouldn't. Use clothes to pad everything is big brain. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like I just need enough clothes to survive maybe a week and a half in Japan, because I figure like once I go there, I'll just buy my own outfits there. But yeah, I don't use Twitter much. Can it be put into the post tab? Wait, did I forget to put the schedule into the YouTube community post? Let me go do that right now. I put it out a day early on Saturday, and I was like, I think I'm forgetting something. I might have forgotten. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, let me go upload that real quick. And then I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna copy paste the thing. There we go. Get rid of the hashtags because there's no hashtags on YouTube, and then art credit link. Schedule. I can spell schedule art. There we go. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, I probably didn't update the waiting room too, or the big one, the free chat. Hang on, let me go edit that one too. There we go. Okay. Upload. And save. Whoa. Cover the inside of your suitcase with copper plating and fry the airport luggage sensor. I would, but airport security has gotten crazy recently for reasons which, as an idol, I can't talk about on stream. But who knows, you know? Oh my god. The coffee isn't kicking in fast enough, chat. Coffee isn't kicking in fast enough. Have you seen Children of the Clay before? No. I'm not familiar with it. There's another detective horror game that we have perms for that I was planning on playing, but I just keep forgetting to list it onto the schedule. Because we don't have time. We have so little time. Like, I want to stream everything, but I'm trying not to stream everything every day because burnout. There is Shadow of Doubt. It's like a block graphics, pixel block graphics. It's a 3D block. I forget what it's called. Shadow of Doubt or something like that. It's like a detective game. Speaking of children, there's another game called Children of Silent Town, which I played the demo of a long time ago. During one of Steam's Next Fest series, I played Children of Silent Town. It's like a really cute storybook game. Like, I don't know. It's a puzzle horror game. But it looks really cool. Is it a real light detective game? Is it? Maybe? I don't know. I've only seen them. I have perms for them. I haven't gotten around to scheduling them. Ugh. Speaking of airport security, do you know how there's a lot of food you can't bring because of reasons? If you could take just one of those forbidden foods, which one would you take with you? Durian. It's like, no hesitation, durian. Especially if it's a plane with a lot of illicit Americans on there, durian. Specifically illicit Americans. It's gotta be durian. Like we're gonna be exposing you to some culture today. You know? Because they need to be exposed to. I mean, I wouldn't go far as to say cuisine, but like the fruits of other countries. You know, to be made aware that fruits and vegetables is not just apples and oranges and watermelons and like peaches, mangoes. Like those are like the most. Like mango is probably like the most exotic thing that they have ever eaten. You know, so like Oh no, they probably know what papaya is because like some weird health food, but I don't know. But you know, I want to show them, I want to introduce them to durians. Yeah. Simultaneously working from home, working on a final group project, play gacha games. Let's go. I saw that there's a new gacha game coming out. And I worry about the impact that Genshin Impact has on open world gacha games. Because I see so many of them and they all look identical and I'm like, oh no. And thank you for the 26 months. Akwedi. Durian, let's go. Yeah, let's go. I love durian. If you freeze durian, it's basically like ice cream. It's really tasty. I love it. This reminds me of like MOBA time. You know, back in like 2012, 2015, how like everything was a MOBA and you had so many different MOBAs. Now it's like the Genshin clones and I'm like, like the UI, the map, the text, the font, the effects, the giant buttons on the bottom of the screen because it's also designed to be ported to mobile. Sorry, it's mobile first, then ported to PC. Microtransaction loaded gacha. I don't know, chat. I don't know. I'm just. Gotta thank Genshin for pushing the limits of mobile games. I mean, I like the gameplay. The gameplay was fine. You know, like the Breath of the Wild style. Like you go around, you like farm items and then all that, right? But like it's the gacha part of the gacha games that I just. It's the FPS cut of late 2000s all over again. They're all just copy pasted now. I don't know. But yeah, they found a winning formula and now you'll see it to the end of time. all of this because someone was like, hey, you know that horse in game? What if you give it some armor, like shiny armor? And they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. So like an item you can unlock, like a quest reward or something. Like no, you pay $2.50 and you get this like horse armor. And then the world was changed forever at that point. You know. I hate that gacha exploded like this. I learned my bad impulses made bad designs, so I strictly play free to play. Same. I have a very addictive personality. When I get addicted to things, I get addicted to things, like very much so. So I know I'm aware of myself, and like if I start to slide down a slippery slope, this is really difficult to say. If I start to slide down a slippery slope, I know it's gonna be bad, which is why I do everything in my power to avoid spending money on games that I know I will get addicted to, because I'm aware, you know. I've been around the block before. Main thing I don't like about gacha is the over-reliance and skimpy waifus. Why? Okay, can we get some equality in Genshin games? Or like Genshin, like gacha games? Where are the skimpy men? Come on. Equality, let's go. Come on. You know, like, come on, give me that, okay? If you're gonna give us skimpy women, right? Give us skimpy men. Chatfly, thank you for the 13 months. Quaser talked about Durian. Let's go. It's been a while since I catch a stream. Get lucky I can join today. By the way, today is my birthday. Before today's end, can I humbly ask for a birthday song? Of course. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chatfly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Hope you treat yourself with some tasty food and delicious treats. Yeah. Let's go. Okwedi. Cheers to Moon. Thank you for the super. We should make the ultimate piece again. Genshin mascot MOBA horror gacha with TikTok integration. Also a few furries in there. I don't know if the world can handle that. I don't know if the world can handle it. Oh, man. I don't know, chat. Okay, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The gacha ecosystem seems to have fallen down this very stereotypical pattern of like the same things. Like the men are either tall, skinny twinks in suits or furries, like literal furries, right? And that's it. It's just those two, right? Like there's no body shape differences. There's no like diversity of form or whatever, or silhouettes, right? It's just that. It's like tall, skinny, furry twinks, or like fat, big bear twinks, you know, or like no fat big bears, you know, like it's just that twinks are bears, right? And there's no like diversity in between. And then for on the women's side, it's like big boob who breast boobily and or boobily breast, I don't know what the hell, you know, it's like big boob mommies or children. And it's like, really? Is that it? Are those the 4 archetypes of body shapes? Like, it's just those 4 constantly. And it's like, come on. Please, just stop. Oh my god. Where is everything else? Where is everything else, you know? Ikemen Oji-san, right? Like, give us older characters. Give us, like, tired characters. Give us, like, just, I said I didn't want to rant. I didn't want to rant. No rants. Crow Judgment, thank you for the 14 months. The disappointment I felt when Ito was the same body type as everyone else with a different decal. That's the thing. It's the same body shape. They just copy and paste a different skin on top of it, you know? Like, the only thing that differs is the mesh. The model itself is the same, you know? Everyone's like, oh, Ito's like, oh, he's like the big buff, like, the himbo guy. And it's like, he barely passes as a himbo, you know? Barely. You compare him and he's only like 2 inches wider at most, like circumference wise, to compare to Zhongli, and it's like, really? You literally did the vocal version of one of the Calvin and Hobbes meme, the 4-panel one. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. But like, I feel that as games, like as the monetization of games, like League of Legends had this problem, you know? Like, do you guys remember like the 1 year where the 7 champions League of Legends put out in a row back to back was just hot K-pop models? And it was just that. And then like I just like, the thing is, it works. Okay, like I accept and I acknowledge that it works. We got to blame the consumers for like financially supporting such decisions, but at the same time, it's like there's, I don't know, you know, like I miss when Tom Kench came out and was like, it's a giant fat chef catfish, right? It's like, oh, that's so cool, you know, he's a giant tank, he can like eat people and everything, and like he like swims through the, like, that's cool. I love Tom Kench, you know. And then now it's just really hot guys and hot women. You know, it's just those two, right? I know they like went and did like the little puppy pack, but that was really cute, you know? But like at that, even the Void Queen, was it Belveth or whatever, right? The sea pancake lady, right? It's just, she's a sea pancake for like maybe 2 minutes out of the entire game of 30 minutes. And then most of the other time, she's just hot lady, you know? If you want an audience, just slap some jiggling titties on it. I think that's the worry, though. It's the thing. Like, the problem is it's getting more efficient. They're getting more efficient about it. Do you think Cookie Game breaks that? No. They're still attractive cookies. Like, they're still conventionally attractive cookies, okay? Even if they're stylized, that's still just, like, attractive stuff, you know? Hot people sells, right? I know, that's the thing, it works. Ugh. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Their cookies, have you seen the... What was it? I don't remember. I don't play Cookie Run Kingdom, so I don't know the cookies. But there was one that's like a detective cookie, who was like kind of hot, but it's like just generic hot guy in a trench coat, you know. It's time to play. No, I refuse. I don't want to play. I don't want to play Genshin or like gacha games in general. Almond cookie. There we go. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe. I got into cookie games in the last few years. I'm not attracted to any of them, but I have many scrunglies. Scrunglies are great. Scrunglies are fantastic. But yeah, Flay wasn't lying about you, damn. Wait, what did he say about me? Literal cookie cutter models. You want to know real cookie cutter models? Funko Pops. I hate Funko Pops. I'm sorry if we lose Funko Pop sponsorship, but I hate Funko Pops. Give me Nendroids. Nendroid, because like I hate the fact that they're just like stamped. The form is the same. There's no like variation. The only thing they change is like maybe the hair, and that's it. You know, I hate Funko Pops. I like Nendroids. I like the Figma stuff. You know, like the ones where it looks like they actually put effort into the molds where they stamp the figurines out of. You know, man. And they have to stay in the box or more value, right? They're just uglier looking Beanie Babies. At least Beanie Babies were cute, you know? Like, at least they were soft. You could pet them and you'd be like, aw, cute, right? These, they just take up space. That's all it does. HOLOSTARS-EN Android, only one who's getting is Battle. So keep voting for Battle. Maybe after he gets his, we might have the rest of us might have a chance. But yeah, this is why I collect Warhammer. At least they look nice on the shelf once they're painted. I want to learn how to paint figurines. I'm afraid of like the investment cost it takes to like get into figurine things. But it's like, you know, Bettle the 30 years old guy. I feel like Bettle, as soon as he hits 30, is going to go through every single joke that I already did 2 years ago, except worse. Oh yeah, Sumi. Thank you for the Sufa. Got any Nendos Figmas or figurine? No. Actually, I only have one. Wait, I do have one. I have the Sadako figurine, the Bishoujo series. Sadako figurine. It finally showed up. I forgot to tweet it out because I don't really collect figurines or anything, so like I don't really consider it. But I have it. It's here. It's finally here now. Is that the one with the tape? Yeah, it's the one with the tape, the mountain of tapes. I haven't opened the box yet. It's still here. It's a different kind of addiction, not as bad as Gacha, but still. I don't know. It's odd. You know the little hand cam that I did where I made the soba noodles? I'm more keen on doing that than just straight up buying models and figurines, you know? But yeah. Battle hits 30 and immediately gets salt and pepper streaks on the walking cane. Man, I can see that. I can see him do that though. Linda Melinda, hello. Thank you so much for the super. Iya sayang iya. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is there a new game coming out? Is there a new game coming out? Did you get a spoiler here for the third one? It means yes, honey, yes. Oh man. I was hoping for the next game to show up. Okay, chat. Today's topic. Well, I say like the thing is, today's topic is okay. We're gonna talk about topic, but I already have my answer. Okay, so it's a little bit cheating, right? There was a conversation online that I saw that said, if you had to end up in a world that is a the world of a horror video game, right? Would you choose Raccoon City or Silent Hill? And my answer is instantly Silent Hill. You know? Heavily salted fish, thank you for the soup. But if a mermaid wears a dress, do we call it a mermaid maid or a maid mermaid? A maid mermaid. Yeah. Because a mermaid maid would be the maid for a mermaid, as opposed to a mermaid who is themselves a maid. So the maid is the mermaid, or the mermaid is the maid, so it's a maid mermaid. A mermaid maid would be a maid of a mermaid. So, grammar. Yeah. Thank you for the soup. I love it. I'm so happy that so many people have picked Silent Hill. Okay, why Silent Hill? because free therapy. I literally cannot afford therapy, so I'll take the free therapy of Silent Hill. Because if you survive, okay, here's the thing. If you don't survive, right? If you die, it doesn't matter. Raccoon City or Silent Hill, you're dead, right? Either way, right? But if you come out of Raccoon City alive, what do you have? Trauma. If you come out of Silent Hill alive, what do you have? Acceptance and awareness of your internal struggles. And now you are more aware of your actions, your behaviors, the reasoning behind it. You know, like you come to terms with yourself. It's therapy, right? Like James, at the end of it, he came to terms with his own actions and what he's done, right? So think about it, right? If you die, it doesn't matter either way. But if you live, if you manage to survive, which one do you come out of having grown as a character, right? Would it be Silent Hill if you have a good mindset, or would it still be Silent Hill? It would. Well, the thing is, like, Silent Hill is supposed to bring out your internal turmoil, your internal struggles, the things about you in your subconscious that you maybe are trying to keep away, right? Like, I'm kind of really curious about what do the monsters change depending on the person? Yes. In fact, it's not just the monsters, but like Silent Hill as a location changes. And we got a little bit of a hint when we talked to, oh god, I forgot her name. That one scene where James opens the door in the hotel and everything's on fire. And then she's like, oh, you see the fire too, you know? And Angela, I forget. Angela, I think it was Angela. Where she's like, oh, you see the fire too. It's always like this for me, you know? Because for her, like, her Silent Hill is in flame. Laura's a little girl. I still have no idea who Laura is. I want to believe she's like some entity and not like a random human girl. Because where'd she get the food? You know? How does she survive there? Yeah, monsters. Do they look like monsters to you? Exactly. So I think every single person in Silent Hill is like a visual representation to them, unique to them for their experience. So if you had your personal Silent Hill, would you want to leave it though? The freak in me says no, but I know it's not a place you can live in. It's a place you have to go through. It's a transitory place. It's a liminal space. You can't stay there forever, you know? So even though I would want to, there would always be a part of my mind that keeps telling me like, no, it's time to go. Like you can't use Silent Hill as a form of escapism for the real world, you know? Yeah, you grow or you die. And I would love to be able to give every one of my creatures hugs in there. Just a big fat hug. A big bear hug. Tell that to the cultists who still live there. I feel like they have some issues that they need to come across, like to handle on their own. But that's their struggle. You know, it's not my struggle. It's not my place to help them on their journey, right? It's just like this is a you problem. I'm aware of that. You know, it's not my issue. I'm just gonna slowly back off. Yeah, they have their own issues, exactly. Before I leave Silent Hill, can I bring a monster friend? I feel like if I tried to take a monster from Silent Hill out of Silent Hill, it would be like that one scene in Spirited Away where Chihiro and Kohaku get to the edge and then he's like, I can't go with you now. You have to keep running, but don't turn back. Don't look back. You have to keep looking forward. Like, I feel like it's gonna be that kind of a scene, you know? Like I'll be holding their hand and like the slow motion camera as like I slowly lose grip of their fingers and our hand parts, and then I have to keep running and I can't look back, and then I'll dramatically pause and I'll like consider turning around. I'm like, no, I can't. I must keep going. Like, it's gonna be like that, you know. No, my emotional support creatures. That's the thing. They are a manifestation of me and my trauma, you know? So they are part of me. And it's like, I'm gonna miss them, right? Because, like, wouldn't it be so easy if you could just, like, physically manifest your issues and then just beat the crap out of them, you know? Instead of doing this whole, like, sitting down and introspective thinking, like, okay, why does that cause anxiety in me? And then, like, okay, but why that? Let's get to the, you know, like, I would rather just go punch it to death instead of constantly just sitting there and, like, trying to, like, logically reason out the thing, you know? Now I want to see a drawing of your ideal monster. I think my ideal monster would be scary. As in, like, scary. Well, it'll be scary to me, but I don't know how scary it will be to you guys. So, like, chat, do you guys know that one game? Carrion, I think it's called. Where you play as, like, a blob of very fast-moving flesh that, like, as soon as it touches humans, it, like, eats them, right? I think some of my monsters would look like that. Yeah, the meat and viscera blob. And the reason why I think it's scary is because it doesn't quite have a full physical form. It's more of, like, an undulating mass of blob, right? It's not like a hot monster that I can be like, oh wow, your muscles are so strong, you know? I can't do that because it's just a blob, right? But also it's fast, and that's the thing. For me, most monsters that are trackable are okay. This is also why I'm afraid of squirrels, at like close range squirrels, you know? This is why, like, oh, to be a pile of meat. Matthew, thinking with a soup, it would be neat to have a Sword Art Online dive set to beat the tar of my trauma, but instead of that, the sci-fi future we got is Birdie Teslas. Right? Thinking with a soup, thank you. Squirrels, yes, I'm afraid of squirrels. I'm afraid of most rodents that are really fast, okay? I've explained this a long time ago, okay? Here's the thing, the reason why. If a squirrel is 100 yards away from you, right? And it, like, dashes, okay? It, like, dashes around, right? You can track it with your eyes because the amount of degrees your eyes have to move to track the squirrel is pretty small. It's really easy to track it, right? However, if the squirrel is, like, within 2 meters of you, it can sprint from, like, a meter away and get onto your body in, like, half a second, okay? That's how fast they are, right? So in my mind, I've explained this during my debut, but in my mind, for anyone who's missed it or forgotten about it, it's like Attack on Titan, where they are so small and the rate at which you move is not fast enough to keep track of where they are. So they can, like, sprint between your legs, climb up your leg pants, get onto your back, and then, like, slash your neck before you even recognize that it's climbing on you, right? Like, the speed at which they can move is scary, all right? So, like, imagine Attack on Titan, but you are the Titan and the squirrels are the little defense force people, right? It's just like whatever's that fast, you know? If it's that fast. That's why, like, monkeys are kind of spooky too, or, like, gophers, you know? They're like, why slash your neck? Because that's how they kill titans, right? And, like, in this analogy, you are the titan. Squirrels can slash necks, yes, but they don't reveal their weapons. I mean, we've seen squirrels with a gun before, right? So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the difficulty it takes, or the difficulty in tracking the squirrel is what's difficult and scary, you know? Matthew, being with the super that tracks the squirrel's girl power is doing the impossible when she's not on screen. Look away, the squirrels will end you like weeping angels. Exactly! That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Give it the super. Okay, look, lady. Imagine that the squirrels got 3D movement gear like an AOT on top of their speed. Right? That's why I am afraid of squirrels, and that's why I don't like the carrion monster. Like, that's what's scary to me, you know? It's fast. It can be in one hallway and then like slap itself against the ceiling and then sprint across the ceiling before you can even react. And like, it's the speed and my inability to react at things, which is the scary part, you know? Gex Krieger, thank you for the super, so we will never have you collab with Risu Senpai. As long as Risu Senpai promises to stay on one side of the screen and not like blitz across the screen before I can recognize it, you know, like, that'll be fine. Thank you for the super. Does this mean you can't play Vermintide 2? No, that's fine, because like Vermintide 2 is okay. I mean, like the hunter in Left 4 Dead is like, I can still track it, you know, like when you hear the sound, you can look up and you can like follow it with your eyes, right? It's the ones that are too fast to follow that like annoy me. But like, you know, like Tracer in Overwatch, when she like blinks behind you, because then like once they leave your vision, you have to turn around and you don't know how many degrees you have to turn around. After you turn around, you have to reacquire your target, and that takes like what, 250 milliseconds, 200 milliseconds. My eyes are getting slower and slower as I age, but like the speed at which I can reacquire a target after they leave my field of vision is getting slower, so it's harder to like anticipate their attacks, which is why things that move fast scare me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, Sumi. Artist now drawing Shinri as a Titaness squirrel zooming around the ODM gear. There's already a few pieces like that. I've already told this story like 2 years ago, so there's a few fan art pieces. But yeah, thank you for the super. Thank you. A rat got inside my house and did exactly that. Jump up to my shirt and climb on my shoulder. Right? And they do it so fast that they're on your shoulder before you can even recognize it. You know, you will feel the clothing being tugged at, but by the time you register that they're climbing on you, they're already at the top. You know? That's why they're scary. Fun fact, the connection from your eyeballs to your brain is 40 milliseconds. Well, that's the thing. The connection between your eyeballs might be only 40 milliseconds, right? But your brain has to then interpret the signals from your eyeball, and the interpretation is what adds an additional 50, 200 milliseconds, right? Yeah, that's before any processing. Exactly. I remember there was a fun Flash game. Was it a Flash game? I think it was a Flash game. Like a reaction time thing where like you stare at a screen and the instant the screen changes color, you have to click. And I remember back when I was in high school, my reaction speed was like 135 milliseconds, which is like pretty good, I think, right? But now it's closer to 200. So it's a lot more difficult to like snap and react to things. The average, I think, is like 150. But like, no, but like that was when I was a teenager. So like as you get older, your reaction speed slows down. But yeah. And then the electrical signals to your muscles to activate, the travel time it takes, and then the muscles kicking in and moving things out, you know? So that's why all the FPS kids are in esports, right? That's why like the best, like the top like Fortnite player who can like snap, create, build like entire skyscrapers in the span of a second are like 16, 18 years old, and once they hit 25 years old, they kind of retire, you know. But yeah, they say the average is 250 milliseconds, but I feel like mine's 1,000. It only gets worse with age, Chad. Only gets worse with age. Or like the worst part is like when your finger doesn't react fast enough. Like you see it, and I recognize the change, but like I can tell my finger is reacting slower then my brain is interpreting the signal. And like that's when it's like, you know, your hands are getting old at that point. 25 is retirement age. It really is. It really is. I mean, like this is even a thing for like StarCraft 2, where a lot of the professionals, the younger professionals were better at micro and the older professionals were better at macro. And you can kind of tell like a general split between their playstyles. Like the older the professional were, the stronger their macro skills were, and the younger the professionals were, the better the micro skills were in each individual engagement. Their only like outliers was like Flash, who like was good at everything. But he's like literally built different, you know? 30 season 3 isn't all for a species that reaches 100. We don't reach 100 anymore. I think average is like 75, 80. Optimistically 100, you know, but like it is what it is though. Yeah, it depends on the country. Yeah, we do not all get to become Oji-sans. Speaking of which, chat. Actually, no, not speaking of which. Completely separate. It's a very separate thing. Sorry. I saw Ryu Senpai's new outfit and hairstyle, and I was like fancying the idea. Like, what if I did that? I wonder what it would look like. If I'm like, Nitaka sensei, make me beautiful, you know? Like, I was wondering like what that would look like if I went to Nitaka sensei. I was like, mama, make me kawaii. So I'm like, because I have a difficult time visualizing in my mind what it would look like. Here's the thing, I operate off of vibes. I don't operate off of specifics. You know the whole thing about like the anosmia? Is that what it's called? No, that's a different thing. That's smell, right? I don't know. Aphantasia? Is that the thing where someone's like, imagine an apple, and then there's like a one which is like the perfect apple, like you can like rotate it or whatever, right? And then like 5 is like you kind of understand the concept of an apple, but you can't visualize the apple, right? For me, yeah, aphantasia, that's the one, right? For me, it's like it's like I can visualize it, but the more striking thing that stands out are the vibes of the apple, you know? So like if I'm thinking with myself, like if I wanted to dress bonita and feel bonita, what would I look like? I understand the vibes of feeling bonita, but I couldn't visualize exactly what I would look like while bonita. You know? It's like that. So why not Lolita? Like a gothic outfit? Lots of bows? I worry that it'd be very busy. Like the reason why I don't want like lots of lace or bows or flare is because I worry about the bit rate when I worry about the bit rate, because if I wear an outfit that's really frilly with lots of lace and like I move around, it's gonna cause the bit rate to drop down. Because you guys, I already told you guys how video encoding works, right? The more moving parts there are, the more that the video encoder has to update every single individual pixel. Because of how many moving parts are on like a bow or a frilly outfit, the more it causes your bit rate to crash. So this is why like confetti in any kind of video, confetti during celebrations causes the bitrate to plummet, you know, because of that. You're doing it for the bitrate. I am a streamer first and foremost, so like that's my immediate concern. Play Vampire Survivor with the frilly outfit, the screen just becomes a blur of colors, right? It just becomes pixels, just squares. You can't make any details out. But yeah, so much VTuber has frilly outfits though. That's the thing though, like if I were going to have it, like I want it to be visible, you know, not just like chest enough. What kind of bonita outfits would you like to wear, or like outfits you think are bonita in general? I don't know. I'm kind of like, I like them all stylish. I'm a little bit biased, but after seeing Nora in that crop blazer with the turtleneck outfit, ooh, like crop jacket with the turtleneck, oh, and then I want to see Valen in a turtleneck with the blazer like that, like man. My mind's eye work the same when I try to visualize the abandoned building. I can't see anything, but I get the creepy, right? You might not be alone feeling crawling up my spine. Yeah, I operate off of vibes. Who of your senpais has the best outfit in your opinion? The best outfit in my opinion? Best outfit. It's hard to pick. It's really hard to pick. It's actually very hard to pick because I can't visualize their outfits. I can operate off of vibes. I like the vibes I get. It's like Ryo Senpai feels very light and airy, and I like that, but I don't remember what outfit Ryo Senpai actually wears. Plate mail, dress up for the job you want, not the job you have. God. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not sure if the staff son would let me change my class like that. Give 5 outfits instead then? I don't know. Cause like my problem is I see like a really pretty outfit and it's like, I don't know if I want to date that outfit or if I want to be that outfit. And I have a difficult time like discerning between the two because they're both great, you know? Yu Senpai's new goth outfit is insane, right? So I'm thinking like, I don't know. What will my next outfit be like? Why not? It's an RPG mechanic, class changing happens. So we don't really do anything with the RPG aspect of it. And it's kind of like, why aren't we doing more with this? Why? Like, what's that one novel, short story? I don't know. I got isekai'd into an RPG fantasy world, but I just became an accountant. You know, it feels like that. It feels like we got isekai'd into an RPG world, but now we're just streamers. You know, like like you got like I went from like being a boring accountant in the real life to becoming an accountant, but with like a tunic, and that's the only real big difference, you know? And it's kind of like, why can't we utilize more of it? And then Staffson's like, no, don't touch it. I'm like, fine. But yeah, there's an accountant BL out there. Isn't there one where like the chef gets pregnant, like mpreg? With the wolf? Or is that a meme? I remember there's an isekai one where there's a guy, he's like a chef and he cooks a lot of things, and then there's like a giant wolf, and that's a meme? Oh, that's a meme? Man. Oh, I thought that was real for a moment. I saw so many people talking about it that I thought it was real. Mpreg? Yeah, so okay, apparently it's a meme, but there's an anime that I saw about this guy who gets isekai'd into a world, and he's like a world famous chef or something like that, or like a cook. I don't know. He cooks. He cooks. So there's like promo pictures of him cooking, and there's a giant wolf behind him, and then everyone's like, "Man, I love the scene where he gets mpreg," and stuff like that. So I'm like, bold. I didn't know they made anime like that, but that's cool. I love it. We're pushing boundaries. But apparently it's a meme, so I'm sad now. The anime is campfire cooking in another world. Oh man. His skill is just instant Amazon. Is that it? It's called campfire cooking in another. I thought we were like, finally we're getting to the point where we can push boundaries in the animes, but man, maybe the world is not ready for this yet. What do you mean, oh man? Don't you want to see mpreg in like a popular published like anime? Like I want to see like boundaries being pushed, you know? Got another 10 years for that, yeah, or more. Born too early, right? Born too late to. Born too late to invent anthropomorphic furries. Born too early for mpreg. Born just in time to... born just in time to... What are we born just in time to? We're born just... born just in time to realize that podcasting equipment should require an IQ test and ethics course to purchase. Yeah. Final answer. That's my final answer. Anyways, Chad, where were we? Silent Hill as free therapy. You know, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, it's like some insurance company is gonna like raise premiums on that, and like, yeah, you gotta hit X number of deductibles before you're allowed to. Like, you gotta hit your like what $1,200 deductible before you can Silent Hill. You know, any thoughts on the Silent Hill F trailer? It looks really pretty. I love it. The thing that scares me is like the roses that are like popping out all over the place. The plants. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Apparently there's a big emphasis on feet. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, not because like it bothers me, but like it just doesn't do anything for me. So like I'm just kind of like, huh, interesting. I wonder how that's going to tie into the rest of the game. But yeah, Matthew. But there was also a villainous mama when the female MC gets impreg from magical tree because of reasons. I forget if it's also an isekai. I'm not familiar. There's. I'm sorry, but there's way too many. I'm not familiar with them all. There's so many isekai out there. Give it a super though. The one that I saw was like a middle-aged Oji-san gets isekai'd and turns into a villainous Ojo-sama type with drill hair. I think drill hair is cute. Impossible to like maintain, but like at least for like the first 3 hours when you do your photo sessions after you put it on, it's cute. But yeah. Isn't there another one that's like, my dad is a VTuber or something? Or is that a one shot? I forget. There's way too many. There's way too many. Recently read a manhwa where the MC did evil stuff to save the world, but the heroines remember all the evil stuff he did. Ooh, interesting. Is it done? I haven't seen it in the YouTube in the channel. Is it? Maybe. I don't. There's way too many. There's way too many. My dad is the queen of all VTubers. Oh. Could you imagine? Like, I could actually live that in the future. At some point, like... Actually, wait, do I want kids? I like the idea of kids, but like, I'm probably not gonna be able to, like... Not until like the economy settles down, but I could actually live that life. I could be the dad who becomes a VTuber, you know, or who is a VTuber. That'd be kind of crazy. First, I would die of shame. Kids are too expensive, right? There was a study that was like the whole cost of like raising a kid's like $300,000 US, and it's like that's a lot of money. But yeah, already dad coded. Wow. That was like 50K? Maybe it is. Who knows? It's a big enough number that I saw it once and I'm like, well, I'm never gonna hit that. So I stopped caring. It's one of those things, you know? Like one of those like all-inclusive, all expenses paid, or like all-inclusive like cruise ship vacations, and it's like $7,000 or whatever. I'm like, I can't afford that, so just like check it out, and then I don't think about it ever again. But yeah, it's a commitment, but like shouldn't be like debt in debts, right? What if your kid Oshi's your VTuber, they don't know it's you, their dad? Oh my god, if they Oshi me at work, but then like not me? Oh, that'd be kind of crazy. Wait, isn't that the premise for another VTuber thing? Wait, no, that's just Miraculous Ladybug. That's just the premise of Miraculous Ladybug. Come on. We've seen that story play out already. That's what Miraculous Ladybug is about. Yeah, it is. You know, it's just that. Oh man. Oh, that's right, Muna Senpai. I remember seeing that clip around a few times. Shinri midget fun, just play Hypnospace, get pets. Oh, I want a pet. Man, I'm pretty sure I could get like a pond and then raise like an actual Puniko for cheaper than a kid. Matthew, thank you for the super. Thank you. Miraculous Ladybug mentioned in the year 2025. It's wild, right? A Tamagotchi is cheaper. I've had a few Tamagotchis before. They never survived. I'm so sorry. I love to raise rabbits. Oh, rabbits are kind of cute. There's like a texture on like the fur of an animal that's like, ooh, so plush, so soft. And I want to cuddle them. They're really cute. Unlike a baby, you can shake a Tamagotchi. Oh, wait. Didn't they make a new Tamagotchis that come with like a little pedometer on the inside so they count your steps too? I know they had that for like the Hey You Pikachu thing, right? The Pikachu step counter. And then like you would like hook it onto your belt and you would like walk around, and then afterwards you could connect it to your Game Boy, and then like the steps that you had in the Game Boy could be converted to items in a Pokemon game. That was kind of cool. I missed that. The Pokewalker, yeah. Now it's what? Pokemon Go? How's that going, by the way? I've always found it funny how Pokemon Go was like, if you lived in the city where there would like logically be less Pokemon, there'd be a ton of stops. But if you like lived out in the wilderness or the suburbs where there would be a lot of Pokemon, there were no stops. It's dead. It's still alive. Still going. It's Schrodinger's app. Ongoing, but not so much hype. Normies still love Pokemon Go. Man, I don't want to rant, so I'm not going to, but normies, man, normies. Big Ham, great evenings with 18 months. My workplace was a gym, so my coworkers would take breaks to take the gym back from other businesses. Wait, that's kind of cool. Man, that's so lucky. Okay, thanks for re-upping the membership. But no, the place that I was in, there was like 4 stops, and it was just that, and like nothing else. You had to like drive 20 minutes to find anything else. But man, Shinri, you are a normie. The fact that I am here on your screen is already indicative enough as me not being normie. You know? Could you imagine being a normie? No, I can't. It's I saw the movie Heart Eyes last night. And it was so bad. It was so bad that I went online and I looked at the reviews for the movie Heart Eyes. And there were so many, like, it's rated above Nosferatu. All right? It's rated above Nosferatu in terms of a horror movie, okay? And there are so many normies talking about how it's the perfect movie, like the characters are so relatable, and like how it like perfectly meshes the tropes of the rom-com genre and like the horror, and the plot twists are this, and like, yeah, 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. What's the premise of that? It's a really shitty, cheap slasher fic where some incel guy goes around killing couples, and all the couples are really hot, they're really attractive. It's like the most generic kind of story. It's like, but yeah, I want to watch Sinners. Sinners is good. I would recommend Sinners. Sinners is very good. I really enjoyed Sinners. But yeah, I watched a lot of the deaths are super preventable too. Yeah, it's just complete stupid things, right? But like comparing Sinners to like Heart Eyes, the Heart Eyes is such a normie like movie. Like I saw it, and the only things I could tell is just how bad it was, right? But normies love it. Normies love it, you know? Oh my god. Enough people worked on it that it is undeniable normies made Human Centipede. Human Centipede is like shock move. It's like shock value for shock value for shock value's sake, you know? The fact that they made Human Centipede 2 is enough to like, I don't know. Average people like average stuff. It's not even average, it's like below average, you know? What do they call it? Slop, that's right, a slop. It's like that. The fact that it's 3 movies was messed up. After the first one was fine. After they made the second one, it's kind of like, nah, they're just like reusing the whole, they're reusing the bit for the shock value of it, you know? Yeah, lowest common denominator kind of crap. Ugh. But yeah. I'm ashamed that the Human Centipede is a Dutch movie. I don't think there's anything specifically like Dutch about it besides the fact that it's a Dutch director. But like the thing is, you know, I like the first one because it made you think, you know, like how depraved can an individual get? And like I like that. But then like number 2 and 3 were just like, oh, it was such a shocking movie, let's keep making more of it to get money out. And I'm like, it lost my respect after that. What bad movie do you think deserves more praise now? Bad movie that deserves praise. A bad movie that deserves praise. A bad movie. I don't really watch that many bad movies that deserve praise. I mean, there's like lots of cautionary tales of like, don't make a movie this way, you know. But like, I don't know if that's praiseworthy, you know. Genre of wouldn't it be messed up if this happened? Yeah, that kind of stuff is nice. The Mask? I haven't seen The Mask. Or I think I have, but I don't remember it. Ghost Rider? Never seen it. The one Nicolas Cage? No. Ever watch Roar? No. The original Scary Movie? I think the original Scary Movie is it's a product of the time that it came out in. It's a product of the time. But yeah. No, I have seen Ace Ventura. I've seen Ace Ventura. I've not seen the other ones though. Or if I have, it's been a long time, you know. The Thing was reviewed poorly on release, so something like that. I feel that if there are any movies like that, people have already like encountered them and like have made, you know, reviews about it. So like at this point, they're no longer considered bad movies, you know. I'm not that much of a cinephile, so I don't know too many. The Toxic Avenger? I don't know what that is. I can't get over. Yeah. I'll never forgive Scary Movie 1 for starting off the insane aura of slop parody movies. Blech. Blech. Your favorite giant monster movie? This is a bit of a normie taste, but it's because I don't watch giant monster movies that much. I don't really like them, but like Pacific Rim, just because cool, badass. But I don't really. Giant monster movies don't really catch my attention, so I don't really watch too many of them. Oh my god! Speaking of shows and things to watch, I want Severance season 3. Chat. When is Severance season 3? I need Severance season 3. I really enjoyed Severance. Like the premise of it. Oh my god. Where's season 3? Where's season 3? No spoilers. No spoilers. But god, it's good. Oh, it's good. I could tell like the first season was like really well done, and then the second season brought up a whole bunch of questions that I wanted the first season to answer, and it's like finally giving us the things, right? Like what happens? You know? Like, what happens to A? And then what happens to B? And then, like, what happens to A-1? What happens to A-2, right? You like, oh, all the questions that I had in the first season, they're, like, exploring that in the second season. And it's like, oh, you did it so perfectly. Oh, it's so good, right? And a lot of it's, like, I anticipated these conflicts to arise in the characters, but the way they did it was, like, really well executed. I enjoyed it. Yeah, still need to watch Severance. Please do. Please do. It's really good. It's really, really good. Haven't seen any of these seasons. Just watch season 1. Just watch season 1. I I made the mistake and I started by watching the last episode of season 1 first. That was a trip. What? I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was gonna be like some like generic office drama thing, right? So I accidentally started with, I wasn't paying attention. So I started watching with the last episode of season 1 first, but like there's an order. Yeah, there's an order. It's a chronological story. Like you go from episode 1 to 12, 10, I don't know. You go in that order, right? But I started off with the last episode and it was like, holy shit, this is crazy. And then I'm like, oh wait, that was the last episode of season 1. No wonder it was so crazy. It set up so many things that I was like, what the hell is going on, right? And then I went back and I'm like, oh. But like, without saying anything, if you start season 1 by watching the last episode, you will be just as confused, if not more so, because the rest of the season gets put into context of the thing that you saw in the last episode, and it's like, what the hell? Starting from the end leaves you confused. Yeah, but like, I thought, here's the thing though, I thought that was the point. I thought that was the point, because it like the whole severed thing about like, you know, because the premise of the show is what if you could sever your mind into 2 different personalities or whatever, right? Like, because that's how it opens up the thing, right? Like even the trailers say that, right? So like I thought that was how it was gonna be, right? Like the whole confusion aspect of it, the jumping back and forth aspect. I'm like, oh whoa, this is a really cool way to introduce all these characters in such a crazy way, you know? Like whoa, and then I'm like, wait a minute. We jumped off the deep end, like, that was crazy, you know? I slipped You Raised by Wolves into your watch list, a really good sci-fi thriller. Oh, I will have to put that on my backlog, I'm sorry. Who's your favorite character? Mark. I won't tell you if I like Mark Scout or Mark S, but I like Mark. I like Mark's personality. But yeah. You need to do reviews. I mean, my reviews aren't going to be very informative. They're going to be like, it's good, it's bad, or like, I don't know. My reviews are tainted in the sense that I am, what's the word? I pick up on patterns and tropes very easily. So like, I see something and I'm like, is it going to do the trope well, or is it not going to do the trope well? So yeah. I got laid up for the first time and they were like, we need to talk about Severance. I'm like, the show? No, if only. Wait, hold on. Now the question is, would I take it? Severance. Yes, I would. I had to think about it for a little bit. But I trust my character. I trust myself. Well, I don't trust me, but I trust the template of me to be moral and ethical. I'm pretty sure I'd still be like a decent dude, you know? Would you do a watch long if available? I've already seen the whole thing. It's also a pretty long season. I feel like it's one of those like you should kind of watch on your own because then you get to like ask yourself like what would I do in that situation, you know? That's what they all say. Yeah, but I know I have enough tendencies that are not, they're not like trained in me, you know? I know I have like a lot of natural tendencies that I would be confident to say I would still be a good person if I were severed. I'm gonna take it that I don't have to think about work after hours. Yeah, you just get paid, right? You like wake up and you're like, ooh, paycheck. I still need to watch Severance. Please do, if you get a chance. Please do. How about for season 3 when it comes out? Oh yeah, we'll do that. When season 3 comes out, I think 2007. Yeah, I think the director said 2007 is when it comes out. So when season 3 comes out in 2007, sorry, 2027. yeah. Shinri, it came out. It already came out 18 years ago. We gotta go back. Okay, no. When it comes out in 2027, let's do a watch long of season 3. Okay. We'll do a season 3. We'll do a watch long of season 3 in 2027. 2007 is 18 years ago. Yeah. Congratulations. We are old. The struggle is part of life, like the friction of washing dishes and drudgery of work gives texture and flavor to everything else in life. But that's the thing, like, even if I didn't have that background and like I just showed up to work, you know, they'd be like, oh, hey, Shinri. And I would like, oh, nice to meet you. You know, like, I'm pretty sure it would still be good. I think I'd still be good, you know? Wait, excuse me. A bunch of middle-aged people in chat dying right now. It's fine. They'll get over it. I did too. It'll just keep getting worse every single year, chat. Every single year. Isn't it crazy how 2010 and 2000 were both 15 years ago, right? Time is strange. Time isn't real. Rachel Rex, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you. We get some hearts in chat for the gifted memberships. I have white hair now. Oh man, wait, I wonder if I can... Could I get like salt and pepper hair for like a new outfit? Maybe. I'd have to ask my mama, my Nitaka sensei. I need to ask. Just get slightly older with each outfit, right? Just keep pace. That's gonna be this, like 5 years later, there's gonna be a picture of me. It's like, do you remember this guy? This is him now, and it's just old. It's like a skeleton outfit reveal, man. Just spooky, scary skeleton. If you're in your 30s, each of your birthdays is like that meme of the old guy filming a tornado saying, it's coming. 7th outfit and get one singular wrinkle. If I had to pick a wrinkle, I want the wrinkle to be my smile lines. You know? If I could pick and choose a wrinkle, it would be a smile line wrinkle. Like the little the wrinkle underneath your nose, or like to the sides of your nose, you know, like when you smile, you're like your cheeks, like it's right underneath your cheek, right? I would like that kind of a wrinkle. Or like the little the wrinkle on at the corners of your eyes, because your eyes also wrinkle a little bit when you smile, right? I want those wrinkles. Yeah, it means you smile, you're happy a lot. Yeah, exactly. That's fine. Let me see right now. No wrinkle. I don't have any wrinkle. I worry that I'm gonna get eyebrow wrinkles because I furrow my eyebrow more often than not, because I see some shenanigans out there in the world, right? And it's like, seriously, you know, it's one of those things where you raise your eyebrows and like you're getting that forehead wrinkle, and then you get like the little, like the crinkle between your eyebrows, because you're like, are you like, you know, it's like you see some bullshit, and it makes your face wrinkle, and I'm like, I see too much bullshit, and I'm trying not to wrinkle, but you just see shenanigans, and it's like, oh my god, you know. But yeah, Matthew, thank you. Imagine dominating the OG-san demographic with a dedicated old model titled Old Man, untapped market. Think Larry from Pokemon. Okay, Larry from Pokemon, absolute vibe, right? Matthew, thank you for the super. But here's the thing, I it's just a suit is the thing. It's just a business suit, you know? Like, why aren't there more outfits for men? Why does it always come back to a suit? There's no variety. It's just the suit. Like, oh my god. You know, like look at all the incredible like femme outfits there are, and then you look at like mask, and it's just a suit. It's basically just like I am pushing boundaries right here with the suspenders. You know, like this is boundary pushing. Okay, I want old, yes, but I want something that's not a suit. I don't want any more suits. There's so many suits out there, you know? I don't know, chat. I said I wasn't gonna rant. I wasn't gonna rant, but I want old, but I don't want a suit. Okay, what are okay, chat? If we could see more, if I could see more fan art of myself, I would like to see fan art of myself in like a variety of like old school wear that's not like period centric. You know, like oh, you got like the trench coat and like the suit and the sweater vest and like it's like the grim noir type of stuff, right? It's like it comes from like the noir era, or like the zoot suits of like the late 80s and early 90s. Like I don't like, they're so time period centric, you know? I don't know. I want something that's like vintage, but not from a time period, because time periods are just varieties of suits, you know? I don't know. Matthew, thank you for the super. Please go pet your Shinri and Lanch drip. That'd be kind of crazy. That kind of go like the puffy pants and everything. Ooh. Moonchido, thank you for the super. One word, Wallace. Like, and Gromit. Nisa, thank you for the super. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wallace, like with the dog. I know. Ronan, thank you for the super. Disco sheen with the bell bottoms of polyester, everything. Oh man, that'd be kind of cool. And if you can get like mutton chops. Wait, a mullet? No, no, I don't think I can't. No mullet. I don't think I could do a mullet. No. Bro, you'd kill some mutton chops. That's what I'm saying. I think mutton chops, but I don't think mullet. Also, hey Bella, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Annalise, Handbook Shinri. Babe. I feel like that's way too traditional. I feel like that's way too traditional. Ugh. Oops. Thank you for the super though. Morning, boss. Good morning. Boss? More like boss. Coffee. Sorry, I want to go to Japan. I want to get out of here. I think men's fashion in the 90s, 70s were neat. Lots of 5-inch inseam shorts and crop tops. I already have a crop top, or like I already have a crop jacket. It's like I think we're already kind of there, but I don't know. Maybe like I don't know. Modern renditions of traditional wear. Fantasy of wee wearing doujin drama clothing. That'd be really cool. That'd be flowy stuff. That'd be nice. I follow a few artists who still make Heaven's Eternal Blessing, that one, fan art. Thank you for the super Ronin. Hillbilly Shroom with a big beard, overalls, and a moonshine trunk. With a little banjo toggle. I don't know about the hillbilly stuff. The problem is I can't grow a beard. You see this right here? That's it. This is the most beard you'll get from me. My beard's so patchy, it's so sparse, it looks horrible. It's if I grow it out, it's like a weird, ugly, wispy hair growth, you know? So I can't get that like big bushy hillbilly beard. You know? I want to get that bushy beard, but I can't get that, sadly. A hanfu? That'd be kind of cool. I'd be able to like spin around and feel bonita. Get like the flowy thing going around. Wallace from Pokemon. Wallace? Pokemon? I have a feeling that's an outfit Goldbiller would wear. It's too that outfit, Wallace's outfit is more of a Goldbiller thing and not really for me. You know? I can see it. No, it's just I want that, like, I want that aged look. Just take all of Valen's outfits, okay? I'll take all of Valen and Nora and Landon's outfit, okay? From Mystria. Landon, Nora, Valen, and maybe Balor's for like loungewear because it's kind of flowy and soft and airy. But like it's just those three, okay? Like I want it. I don't want like tight stuff. I want to be comfortable is the thing, you know? Like it's old rich family, not too old rich family, but more of like a classy. Well, no, not classy. Classy implies, oh, what's the word for it? There's a vibe to it, like library, okay? Like it's an outfit that you could wear in a library and like feel like, ah, yes, I can like lounge around in it and like look nice. Like, you know, it's that kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, like like dark academia, casual, a bit rustic, you know? It'll more like that. I know dark academia has a bit too many gothic themes to it, right? But I want like that nice, like a felt blazer with the turtleneck, you know? Or like that, like a nice like polo shirt with, you know, like casual old money aesthetic. Yes, but less of the money part, you know? Matthew, thank you. Speaking of Scottish-ery, have you seen a clip of Power Rangers where the villainess asks what the Blue Ranger is and he responds, I'm Scottish? Yeah, I saw that one on Twitter. Who are you? Whack, I'm Scottish. Thank you for the soup. Light Academia, there we go. Steve Jobs fit? No. I will... Hate is a strong word. So we have to go stronger. I abhor what Steve Jobs did to the turtleneck look. I absolutely despise how the tech bros took that turtleneck look and then just ruined it. Okay? I said I wasn't gonna rant. But anyways, turtleneck, blazer. Just take the vibes that Nora had, right? And like take the like laid back vibes that Landon had and from Mystria. Those would be the outfits, okay? At least it helps you visually spot tech bros from a mile away. I think nowadays the better way to tell who tech bros are is they drive a Tesla. Very tacky, very ugly. I don't like the cars. Or they walk around with that stupid VR goggle headset thing on, and like, you know, they're only doing it for attention, and it's like but the Rock gets away with it because he has accessories that make the look that separates his look from the tech bro look, you know. Teslas and Patagonia vests, not the jacket. Yeah, the vests. Do they really walk around with the goggles? Specific in some areas, where you find them in their natural habitat. But yeah, if that's how you feel about Tesla, how do you feel about Cybertrucks? You mean the dump trucks? They look like dumpsters. I mean, Like, I saw a video of a guy literally just pulling the trimmings off with his hand. So it's like they just glued the things on. I'm like, pretty sure cars should not be glued together, but who am I? I'm not an engineer, you know? Sama-sama, thank you for the 27 months. Oh, wait, should we have the fashion knowledge give your wisdom on socks and sandals in public? I think they're fine. Like, you're gonna get a funny tan. And I think it defeats the purpose of it, but like it depends on what purpose you're going them for. I think they're whatever. I don't care enough about other people's like sandals and socks thing, you know. Because here's the thing. If you're going out wearing sandals and socks at the same time, you don't care. So like none of my opinions will matter, you know? So it's like, what is the purpose of that? What is the intended result of that particular thing? You know, what's the vibe you're going for? If that's the vibe, right? I don't mind. Thank you for re-upping the membership, Okwedi Okwedi. It's cute if you know how to style it. Yeah. Put the socks over the sandals. See, that's the kind of chaotic energy we need. Do Crocs count as sandals? I don't know what Crocs count as. You have to ask Haka. He wears Crocs. I don't. Yeah, I've never found any good Crocs. Vibe of the quickest grocery store trip. Honestly, I dress up like a gremlin whenever I go grocery shopping. I wear like the sweater, the sweatpants, and like a tee, like a generic graphic t-shirt, and then I wear like a mask, and like I don't even tie my hair up when I go out. I just like let it like just fall down. And it just looks messy, right? But like because my point is, I go grocery shopping. I want to grab my groceries and get out of there. I don't want to small talk. I don't want to flirt. I don't want to like talk with anyone. I don't want to be perceived. Just let me go grab my onions and scallions. Like that's all I want. Okay. So like I will intentionally dress up in a way that makes me invisible when I go outside because I don't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to be bonita. I want to be bonita when I'm feeling the rare opportunities, when I feel like I want to be extroverted and want to meet and talk to people, but that is very rare. So, you know, the purpose of the outfit is not to be perceived. It's to go there, get the food, and get out, you know? I feel like we stopped treating fashion as a social language causing these problems. Maybe. I've never really been too like fashion centric because growing up, it's always been peer pressure to wear a graphic t-shirt and jeans, and that's like it. It's like male fashion, just shirt, pants, full stop, nothing else, you know. In the same way that like now, like men freshening up and cleaning up is just put them in a suit and that's it, you know. I want more variety. I want to see more like interesting stuff. What do you think of Olivine stuff and New Carnival? Olivine. Was it? Chimes of Darkness. Images. God, that's hot. Not like attractive hot, like temperature hot. Like 2 scarves? No, my body runs way too hot to wear that. I would be sweating. I'd be sweating if I wore that. It looks nice. It's well layered, but like I could not. I'd be sweating too much. You sweat inside hot? No, like my body temperature is like no. I told you guys about this. I like whenever I had to like decorate cakes, I have to decorate them really fast and learn how to make like buttercream roses really quickly because my hand, the heat from my hand will melt the buttercream, you know? Sweaty boy. No, I'm not that. I try to keep cool so I don't get sweaty, but like that particular outfit is like way too many layers for me. But yeah, he's a furnace. I am. Like I can literally like if I put my hand over. Okay, if I hold my hand palm facing up. And then I plus, okay, left hand, palm up, right hand, palm up, and then I place the hands on top of each other, right? So like the back of my right hand is over the palm of my left hand. I can feel the heat radiating. Let's see how far. 1 inch. 2 inch. 3 inches away. Okay? I can feel the heat radiating from my palm 3 inches away. Like, that's a pretty far distance. I can still feel it. Okay? Like, that's how hot my hands are right now. So, like, I run hot. So yeah, like I can't pull off that many layers. That's too much. But yeah, wee warm, way too warm. This is why I suffer during the summer, chat. This is why I suffer. Like solar hands from Yakita, Japan. Ice cubes don't stand a chance. No, they don't. This is why, like, whenever like I drink like cold beverages, I like try not to hold it because my hands will just warm up the drink and melt the ice really quick. That's as light academia as it gets. Those kind of vibes, yeah, sure. More businessy. I wish there was like a sliding scale of like gradients where I can be like, yes, dark academia, but like less dark, not as much light, but move laterally towards business, like dark business casual academia. You know, like I wish there was a slider to kind of do that. I would love to use Pinterest to find it, but Pinterest has been overrun with AI images, so I can't find good reference images anymore. Thanks a lot, AI. There's no way to filter that out, sadly. Do you guys know the spicy art websites have filters to filter out AI art, and Pinterest doesn't? Like, like it's become enough of a problem on the spicy art websites that there's an actual filter that they've created to filter out AI art. And like, Pinterest can't even do that. Yeah, we live in a society, seriously. Because it's wild because R34 has a filter and not Pinterest. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have their priorities right, okay? They have their priorities right. But man, only if it's tagged. I know, but at some point we're gonna develop like systems and tools or whatever. Like that's the thing. R34 tells you to goon and goon ethically. Ethical gooning. Chat, I miss the time when goon used to mean henchman. I miss the time when it used to mean like a mob, like a I want to say goon, but goon doesn't mean that anymore, you know? I miss those times. I hate the fact that the definition changed. Yeah. Like, if you watch old episodes of Batman the Animated Series, you'll see like, oh, it's Joker and his goons, right? I don't know why he has that accent. But like, you know, it's like that, like they'll say like the word goon to refer to henchmen. And like that's how I grew up knowing goon, right? It can still be that. Don't let them use otherwise. But that's the thing. People use goon as a verb nowadays, right? But back then it used to be a noun. You know? What's the new meaning? It's just masturbation. I'm too lazy to come up with a euphemism for it. It's just masturbation. That's all it means now. Why'd you go Harley Quinn for a second? I don't know. But you know, it's kind of like, why? Oh my god. I don't know. It's Joker and his gooners. I wonder, I just worry, like, what's the next one gonna be? What's the next word that they're gonna change? Harley is my favorite Brooklyn queen. We need to revive gangster core in the goon core. Man. I don't know. I don't know, chat. Anyways, going back to the original topic that I was going to talk about, I want to go visit Silent Hill. It's the only way I'm going to afford therapy. I want to go to Silent Hill. I want to. I know we did like a little drawing membership stream of like the monsters. We should do some drawing streams of like my insecurities and like create them as creatures. Like I imagine one of my monsters to be like a wispy smoke creature that like attacks you with like a spear, a sword, like a stabbing spear, or like a slashing sword, or like a bludgeoning flail, right? And the reason why is I've wanted to represent like my commitment issues. You know, like it doesn't know what weapon to attack me with. So it like uses a variety, but it's not very good at all of them, right? So it's like trying things out like little by little, but it's not able to commit to one weapon specifically. So I feel like one of my monsters would be like a commitment, like it would like represent my commitment issues, and it would attack the character in different ways, but like never use the same move set twice or something. Like, I don't know, like maybe that would be too difficult to like come up with, right? But like, yeah, like a jack of all trades, but the master of none. Exactly, right? But like, or maybe it's not even weapons. Maybe it's more like animalistic in nature. You know, it like lashes at you with claws or something, or like it tries to tackle you or something. But like, I want it to be like a wispy form with like screaming faces that come in and out of view, that like it doesn't quite have a corporeal form because it's kind of like adjusting itself to whatever you want to use, you know? Or maybe like a mirror monster, you know? I want a monster that's like mirroring you, because like I find that that's a habit that I do a lot. Like if I see a particular thing, I'll want to mirror it, because I don't know, like you know how I had the super hulak phase? Well, I had the hulak phase, not so much super, but like during those phases, like I would actually wear a bow tie and I like pretend to like dress up as like the doctor and like be a little bit extravagant and a little bit more like outgoing and extroverted, but that's because I was like mirroring what I saw on TV, right? But like I want a monster like if you walk in with like a pistol, right? Or like it'll adjust its weapons based on what you are using. So if you play the game a lot and you predominantly rely on melee weapons, right? It like measures how much game time you store, or like how much of the game you've played using a particular weapon, and based off of that, it will adjust its weapon against you when you encounter it, like Dark Link in Ocarina of Time. You know, like I wonder like what that would look like. Like a player mimic, exactly, you know? Monster actually pinned to a wall and mid-fight walks away because it's lacking commitment. Infinite looting opportunities, but only one inventory slot, or two because of two pockets. Oh, that'd be kind of crazy. Fighting yourself? I mean, that's kind of the whole thing about like Silent Hill, right? Like all the monsters represent some part of James's psyche that he has to come to terms with, you know? So like I'm trying to think like if we like break down my psyche, excuse me, wait, what they would look like. We should do a drawing stream. Like the double leg monster. I hate that it's called the mannequin, but man, it's really cute. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite monsters. Not because of the monster aspect of it, but because it tries to hide in like the cutest ways. Like I remember it curled up, like hiding behind a flower vase. Yeah, legs, and I see it's like legs. I can see you, but it's still like curled up. And it's really cute, you know. Or like it's standing up straight. It's both pairs of its legs like fully extended because it's trying to hide behind like a lampshade or like, you know, a light fixture, and it's just really cute, you know. Still need to come to terms with legs having great legs. They were great legs. They were really nice legs. But yeah, like the Ghost and Mortuary Assistant. I remember that it became cute after a while, right? It's all about framing, chat. It's all about framing. Imagine the legs actually wearing a lampshade to hide. That would be so cute. That'd be really cute. Man, I don't know. We should do that. We should do like a we'll do it publicly. What monster is gonna be your pyramid head equivalent? Like the big thing? I feel like my pyramid head equivalent would be a very common thing for a lot of my fellow Xenocunians, where it's like the internalized shame of like not living up to your parents' expectations, but like internalized, you know, like because the pyramid head was about like James like punishing himself, right? So like it would be like the biggest, most like keystone trauma, right? So for me, yeah, it would like first generation problems. I think it would be that. It would be that. I don't know what that would look like. A giant flip flop flying after you, La Chancla, like a giant. It's just a really buff woman wielding, instead of a huge sword, it's a giant chancla. It's just a giant. Not the chancla head. Oh no. But the danger is it's ranged. It's not just melee, it's ranged. It can throw. She can throw the chancla up to like 600 meters, you know? Completely accurate. She's gonna nail you even if you turn the corner, right? Yeah, it's ranged. You can throw it. It's a ranged projectile, you know? A belt is close combat. No, for me, it would be a vacuum cleaner because my my father once used a vacuum cleaner and he threw it at me. I was able to dodge out of it, but like, you can't really dodge roll because I dodge roll into a wall. So like I took damage either way, but you know, Avarson, they give the soup. My buff woman sense triggered. What are we talking about? Like the personification of like pyramid head, but for myself, you know? But yeah, throwing the chocolate at Mach 10 causing instant death, right? You said giant flip-flop with buff woman, and my brain combined as the body is a buff woman, but the head is a giant flip-flop. She can summon sorts of projectiles, right? Unlimited chancla works. And then like all these portals appear, like various colorful chanclas appear, and they all shoot out of the portals at you. But yeah, anyways. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I would represent like the physical manifestation of that. Oh, I know. Well, I don't know what it would look like, but I know what its attack would be. The attack would be like a shadowy fist, a shadowy hand. The attack would be like, it would like rip open its chest, and from inside the chest would like lunge out a shadowy hand, and it's gonna grab you. The hand doesn't do damage though. It'll shoot out and it'll grab you, and then as soon as it makes contact, it will take a knife and it'll start stabbing itself, and then the damage it does to itself gets transferred over to the player. That's gonna be the attack, because I know part of like something that I'm coming to terms with and like learning to get over is like I can be very self-destructive. So like that would be the representation of like its attack would be latching itself onto you and then hurting itself to hurt the player. Like that would be the attack. I wouldn't know what it would look like, but like in my mind, like I know I'm a very self-destructive person at times. So like that is how it would represent. It would hook up with the player. If you weren't able to like dodge the hand attack, it would grab you, and then you would have to like go through like a quick time event to try to break free of the grip. And if in the meantime, it would take a knife and just start stabbing itself. Why is it made in such a creative way? Because I like horror games. I think mechanics are like game mechanics are really cool, and like I don't know, like it would be like the best representation of self-destructive trauma, you know? Like a parasite, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Self-destructive because of perfectionism, maybe. Well, the perfectionism is less about like the self-destructive nature, but more of a self-sabotaging nature of like, I don't want to do this because I know it's not going to be perfect, so therefore I'm not going to try. Because if I try and I fail, then I will feel worse. You know, it's that kind of it's a more of a hindrance as opposed to a like initiative thing, you know? So I don't know how I would describe, I don't know how that would like translate over to like a boss attack form. How would that work? Like, I'm not sure. That would actually be very difficult to translate into a game mechanic. Avoidance or self-sabotage due to perfectionism. I don't know. I would have to think about that. I would have to think a little bit think pretty hard on how to convey the concept of self-sabotage as a game mechanic, or like as an attack, or like a monster, you know? Maybe. Who knows? Tenzu, thank you for the 24 months. Shadow chocolate killer, but chocolate allergy. I can get better. That'd be kind of cute. Like there'd be a monster. The monster would just be a cat. It would be like, it would represent my cat allergy. It could be something small, you know? It doesn't have to be like all the worst traumas. It could be like a cute little trauma, you know, as a treat. Yeah, small trauma as a treat. Tenzu, thank you for re-upping the membership. Okoidi. Maybe every time it attacks, it misses. It hits its own body parts. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Like it wouldn't be like a standard attack, but it would be one of those like, you know how like whenever there's like a bull, like a rampaging monster, they always have that kind of attack where they charge in a straight line, they hit a wall, and then they get stunned, and it opens up small vulnerability for attack. Maybe it could be like that, like it charges up an attack and like it swings at you, and if it misses, it like knocks itself, it hurts itself, and then like that opens up an avenue for you as a player to attack it. Yeah, like a rebound attack, exactly. Like a cat companion, but it drains your HP the longer you care for it. Didn't Elden Ring have that? Like the really, like the little, was it the mommy character that you could go get a hug with, but then if you get a hug, you got a debuff that lowered your max health or something? I forget. I never played Elden Ring. But yeah, like a cute cat, the more you cuddle it, and the more you hug it, the more it debuffs you. Okay, so it's either my self-destructive nature, my lack of commitment, or the shame, or like, I think there's also like a sinister trauma vice. I don't know, there's a sinister drawback that I also want to incorporate as a monster that many people would not consider to be a bad thing. And it is contentedness. I think that is also one of my like biggest, not necessarily trauma, but like the worst negative aspect of it. No, not necessarily apathy. It's not apathy. It's contentedness, complacency. Yeah, complacency is a better word for it. Complacency. The thing is, like, I am pretty good at being content with anything, you know, like if you guys remember, I've lived off of food stamps, you know, like I've gone through some pretty difficult times, and throughout all of it, like I've been able to, I don't know if it's gaslighting myself, but like convince myself that it's okay and that like it's fine, you know? Yeah, like complacency, stagnation, that kind of stuff, you know? So like I think that would definitely be one of those big things, because like it doesn't matter how bad it would get, it doesn't matter how bad anything gets, like I can be complacent with it, you know? So a lot of people think like contentedness or complacency would be a good thing, right? But for me, it ends up being like I lose my drive, I lose my passion because I'm happy where I am. Why should I try for more if I'm okay with the way things are? You know? And that, I feel, is like an insidious kind of a vice. You know, like don't strive for anything more, because what you've got is okay. It's good enough. Like you're doing fine as it is, you know? Like that kind of insidiousness where it seems to be on the surface like a good thing, you know, like you're doing the best you can, right? But it's like, are you really though? You know? So like maybe it could be like a character that you go talk to, and every single time you talk to them, they heal your HP, they heal your mana or whatever, right? They like help replenish your healing items, right? But then like as you go through, you realize like you end up relying on them a little too much. The things they say sound good, but like after you spend some time in Silent Hill, you're like, wait a minute, like I haven't made progress. I haven't grown as a person. I haven't been able to push my boundaries in a while. And then you start to realize like a little bit of that insidious nature of like, no, don't change. Stay here. It's safe here. It's comfortable here. You know, like it isn't like, wouldn't that be cool of a concept to explore? Like how that little voice in your mind that says, don't try. It's okay. It's gonna be okay as long as you stay here, as long as you stay inside your bounds, you know? Yeah, staying way too long in your comfort zone is dangerous, right? Like, I think that could be like such a really cool horror concept to explain, you know? If you heal with them, you don't get experience, right? I don't know how to explain that, because the idea is it's supposed to be on the surface a safe, like a safe harbor, right? Like everything else is dangerous. Like all the monsters out there are actively trying to hurt you, right? And you can come back to this safe place to constantly like rest up, to heal, to save. Oh my God, imagine turning the save room into a place that's not safe. You know, like imagine if all the way through the gameplay of Resident Evil, right? Like 75% of the way through, right? Like Nemesis kicks down the door and enters the safe room, and it's like the room has never ever been safe. You only thought it was safe because the opportunity had not arisen for it to be exposed as not a safe room. You know? Oh wait, that'd be kind of cool. Silent Hill 4 did exactly that with the safe room. Wait, I'm gonna go play Silent Hill 4 now. Wait. Oh, or like there would like, or you know, like a safe room where like, you know, there's a character out there, you know, who's like hey, you know, like stick around. Like you try to leave it, and then like a dialogue pops up, and it's like, hey, do you really want to go? You know, but they ask it to you in such a nice way. You know, like, hey, you know, like it's dangerous out there. Don't you want to spend some more time in here where it's safe, where it's comfortable? You know, like you were hurt right after that boss fight, you know, like stay here just a little longer. You deserve some rest after that boss fight. You know, like that kind of like gentle tugging, the soft touch, you know, like, oh, I think maybe that would be my Pyramid Head, you know, like the safe room itself becomes a boss that you have to fight. Oh, wait, that'd be such a cool... Oh, wait, that'd be really cool. Man, if I knew how to make games, chat, if I knew how to make games, like, teach me Unity, teach me Godot, teach me Unreal, you know? You should make it so each time you use the safe room, the monsters get stronger and the safe room gets more and more appealing. Oh, like a little invisible counter. So like every time you heal up, or every time you go in there, and it's not for saving, but like every time you go there and you heal in excess, you know, like you're at 99% health, but you're like, you know what, I might as well just heal up a little bit more, right? But you get that excess health, right? The extra excess health gets converted to a percentage rate that increases how dangerous the monsters are outside. Like a comforting hug from a benevolent mother. Yeah. Ooh. You know, like the movie Misery? where like the lady is like taking care of like the author who like got in a car accident, but like she's actually trying to manipulate him under the guise of, oh, I'm just caring for you until you get better, right? Like that vibes. Oh wait, like how do we turn that concept into a boss? Playing on hardcore mode and you get more healing resources, right? Ooh. I want to think about that more, actually. Healing up, but you actually get weaker. Because the idea would be like, I want it to be a choice. I want it to be an active choice that the player makes, because that's what it is, isn't it? Like, you want to go back to your safe comfort zone, right? So like, what if they give you an item? It's like, hey, if things feel bad, you know, like activate this item, you know, drink this potion, something like that, right? And it creates like a mini safe, like a literal comfort zone, right? Out there in the wilderness, right? Oh man, wait, how did... I really like this concept. I need to figure out a way to convey that into like a game mechanic. Oh man. Maybe you get a buff if you stay there for too long, and each one becomes a debuff when the boss comes up. I no, the thing is, that's a little bit too obvious, right? Like the fact that it's a buff, the fact that it shows up, you know, like plus 5% strength or plus 5 like vigor or whatever, right? I don't want it to be like an explicit buff or a debuff, right? Because I want this to be a choice that the player actively makes during their gameplay, and I want them to realize that it is actually a hindrance to them in the long run. You know, I don't want them to have a buff and then like after a 30-second buff expires, a 30-second debuff appears. I don't want it to be that way, because it's obvious then, you know, it's very obvious that it's going to give you negative effects, right? I want the player to realize that their choice to go into the safe room has been a negative the entire time. The safe room has always been holding you back the whole time. You know, I want that realization to kick in. Make it inconspicuous, make your safe room the final boss. That's what I want to, you know? But I don't know. You heal in exchange for an stacking XP gain debuff. I don't want the XP gain to... I don't want the debuff to be visible, though. You know? I want it to be a player buff, you know? Or like... I don't know... You know, like in those, you know, I want the idea that I want to hit, right? The scene where I want like the realization to kick in is like, you know, that one scene in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, right? Doctor Strange goes to Wanda and she's like, hey, I need your help with something, you know? And it's like, I've got a friend here who needs help, and we're dealing with like crazy magical powers that are like beyond my abilities right now, so I could really use a different perspective. And then Wanda's like, oh yeah, sure, I do know magic and I can help you out, so like why don't you bring America over and we can take care of it all together. And then she's like, you never told me her name. Oh, that scene. You know, I want that scene, but I want it to be like you keep like, imagine like you go to the safe zone and like you in the safe zone, in the safe area, you keep talking to the person, right? And then like outside, like they say something that you never told anyone, right? Yeah, you thought it was safe. I want that moment, you know? Like the healing character, right? Like they're in the safe room, right? And then like you're like, I don't know how to defeat this person, right? And then they answer and you're like, wait a minute, how do you know that? Right? Like I want the realization to kick in. A betrayal arc. That's the thing though. That is, the whole thing is a betrayal arc. That the comfort zone, the space, the safe space, the complacency, the contentedness that you've had the entire time, you realize it's never been safe. It's been holding you back, right? The chills you would get, like the Bioshock, would you kindly? Yeah, like, oh, I want that realization to kick in. How do we turn a safe space, a safe room, a safe zone, you know, the healing area, the healing item that you use, you know, like, I don't know. No Eye Bunny, thank you for the 17 months. I think about the boss pretends to be an NPC, treats the player nicely, and use them in the end when the player is in the stage that they want. Yeah. Like, I want it to be a character that you interact with on a daily basis, you know, like every single time. That'd be so cool. Okwedi, thanks for re-upping the membership. Like, imagine this. Imagine like a detective noir game, right? And you have a health potion, right? And every single time you take a swig from your health potion, your health heals up, right? And then like 90% of the way into the game, you discover it's not a health potion. It's a flask of whiskey. You know? Oh. And like the healing, the air quotes healing you do is you falling more and more into alcoholism. That was your health potion. But because you're playing from the point of view of the main character, he sees it as, oh, it's my health potion, right? But the entire time it's been alcohol. He's just been using that to cope. You know, like that kind of a realization of it's something that you think has been helping you, but only because you've been seeing it through that one perspective. Yeah, and the injuries have been accumulating the whole time. You know, like that kind of reveal, like that's what I want, you know? Something I need it, right? Like you get injured and you get hurt, your character gets hurt, right? And you thought as a player, I need to heal, I have to heal right now, right? So you drink the health potion. You don't even think about it, right? You just heal, you see that bar go up, your character feels good, you no longer have that debuff on you, and you're like, yeah, I'm better now, right? Oh, you know, like that kind of stuff. A potion says it's safe, but it puts you into fake gameplay. Yeah. Like, I want to see that kind of manipulation of just like the norms. Because you see a health potion and you think, oh, it's a health potion. It just heals you, right? Like, obviously, it's a video game. Of course it does, right? But it's not that. It's alcohol. And they've just been relying on it. The character has been relying. The character gaslights himself to think, oh, this is just a game. It's just like a health potion, you know? But the vision gets 0.5% blurrier, just for a little bit, like blurriness around the edges before it fades away, right? Like, oh, that kind of stuff. Fear and Hunger has a sanity level and it heals by drinking and using a drug. It can make the character addicted to it. Oh, right. The healer is actually a bartender and the safe room is a bar. Like, that's the kind of concept, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be like exactly that, like one-to-one, right? But like that kind of a concept of something that you use regularly to heal yourself ends up being the vice the whole time. Like, that's the concept I want to convey. The more you drink the potion, the faster HP goes down when hurt, so you need to use more potions. Yeah. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, man. Or what if, like, the character, like, thinks about it? You know, like, yeah, my health is full, but, like, let's be extra sure. Let's be extra cautious, you know? And drink a little bit more, you know? Maybe it gives you, like, a little overshield. You know, a little overshield. So, like, just to be safe, let's top off, you know, for the road. Right? Like that kind of an insidious, like, or insidious, like, just like little thought in the back of your mind of like, maybe a little extra won't hurt, you know? Oh, like I think those are great concepts, and I wanna like explore that kind of stuff through gameplay. But yeah, I like the idea of the character mentioning it only when you're super low at first, but as you keep going, they start drinking, they suggest the potion, even when you're like 2% down. Right? Like you get hurt, you get down to like 10%, you're like, man, I could really like heal, right? But like slowly over time, the alert, like the little beeping noise when your health is low, starts to happen at a higher and higher percentage. Oh, wait, that would be trippy. Because like, most people wouldn't catch it, right? But if you're paying attention to it, right? People who are like a little bit more in tune with the gameplay would be like, wait a minute, like the low health alert would go off at like 30%, but now it's going off at 50%. Why is that, right? And like perceptive players just start to pick up on like something isn't like completely transparent. Something is being kept from us as we play this game. There is more, right? Like, oh... right? And like by the end of the game, your low health, air quotes, low health warning is going off at like 80%. And you're like, I know for certain I am not at low health. Why is it going off? Right? And oh, wait. I feel like a lot of people missed it. It could be dismissed as bad design. Normies. Normies then. All of them are normies. But like that's the thing, like you would have to make the reveal before it got too far, you know? Like the reveal would have to be made around like 60% health, because if the alert kept going off at like 80%, people would think it's bugged, right? Like, oh hey, my game is bugged. It's my low health warning is still going off at 80% and I still don't know why, right? Like you'd have to hit the right balance of like just enough that people notice it, but not notice it obviously as a bug, but get to the point in the story where it happens, where they realize they hit the reveal and they're like, I thought it was a bug, but now that I've seen the reveal, I know why it's happening, you know? Temzu, my friend, just lost a total alcohol-related diabetes. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it serves as a wake-up call for your friend. I hope they're able to get on a better path. Thank you for the super, which I feel is a bit of a whiplash, but thank you. But I'm sorry to hear that. You should put some signs to tell them, but not in your face. Yeah, it needs to be like subtle. Like maybe like the health bar just shakes a little bit. You know, like withdrawal symptoms, a little bit of tremors. If you haven't had a health potion long enough, right? It doesn't need to be like Pokemon levels of like warning, constantly beeping, because like that gave me anxiety, you know, as a kid. Or like Legend of Zelda, where like no matter where you go, it's constantly like the beep, 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 like constant warning, right? So not to that level where it's like in your face, right? It's just like a small little shakes, small little tremors over time, you know? But yeah. Anyways, Chad, I was gonna make this stream only like an hour long, but we kind of fell crazy into like some crazy stuff. I have to go get some food. I think the best ones are super subtle or right under your nose. You don't notice it at first, but when you do, it's like, it was there the whole time. That's what I want. I want that. I want things to be like, it was there the whole time, you know? Wait, excuse me. Anyways, Chad. I don't copyright my ideas. I don't patent my ideas. If anyone here is a game designer and they want to take that concept and then go make some really cool video games with it, please do. I would love to see it. Same thing with like all the little cute like slice of life stories that I come up with. I just want to see it. I just want to see it like exist out in the world. Okay. So if you want to go and take it, go for it. But I have to go and get some food. Oh no, my browser crashed. Hang on. No, chat, I can't end stream. My browser crashed. My browser's been crashing a lot more frequently, like every single day. I don't know why. Wait. Ah, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna outro now, chat. Why is chat on top of the fish? I think I put the layers around and I mixed them up somewhere because I noticed chat, the layer for the chat is above the fish. Okay, hang on. Free therapy in Silent Hill plus horror game ideas. Okay, I'm gonna change my title because it's not just a morning coffee chat, but yeah. There we go. Now it's a bit more on topic to what we discussed. All right, let's see who is. I see Ruse doing a thing, unarchived rebroadcast. Oh, it's a rebroadcast. Ah, you already seen it. Okay. Do you guys want to? Are you guys okay with the rebroadcast? Who's currently coming up? Who's coming up next? I think I only just see that. I don't see anyone else's streams. His gala thing, yeah, a little karaoke with the little Rosadas. The Rosadas sound really cute. They're really adorable. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I don't see any of the other boys who have their waiting rooms up, so we're gonna go and send you over to the rebroadcast for Ruse. Hope you all have a fantastic one. I need to get some food. I'm kind of hungry now. Yeah. We'll be playing Blueprints later today. I haven't made the thumbnail yet, so waiting room will go up later. I'll put it all together after I eat some food. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by, giving me a couple of your hours today. And I will see you all in a few hours, like six and a half hours. Yeah. Oyasumi, and yeah, this has been Joseph Shinri. Coming up next is a rebroadcast of Crimson Ruse and his gala outfit reveal. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Okay, bye everyone, bye.